Hello, Leo and Leo's P.O.I, person of interest. Welcome to the Black-Hearted Oracle. Now, before we get started, I'd like to pay homage and reverence to Mother Sustainer, Father Creator, and of course, my beautiful ancestors. Now, what you see laid before you is the heart of the matter for your Where Do We Stand spread. And this is the second video of a two-part series, and this one is dealing with your person of interest or your P.O.I.'s perspective. Okay. We have success. We have you and your loved ones are safe. We have concremency, the wisdom of the shells, shell divination. We have dissipating, and we have woman. So it's telling you here that there can be a lot of success, and you guys are safe in this relationship. But the wisdom needs to be used in this relationship. Or if you're seeking divination, or if you're learning divination, or if it's something that you're planning to learn, then there will be a lot of success in this. And you and your family will be safe while you're learning these things or deciding to put yourself out there. But this card speaks of having dreams and not fully moving forward with them. It's just like a running gag in order, like something that you guys just speak on, but no one is actually taking the initiative to actually do these things. And what I just realized is this woman also has the pearls, and she's also blonde. So if you're definitely thinking of starting a life with pursuing any form of divination, then do the proper research that is necessary and learn how to actually hone your skills and use the feminine energies to create these dreams, and don't allow them to just sit as a talking point anymore. You know, because a lot of us, we live our lives and we get around our friends, acquaintances, and colleagues, and we speak about one day shoulda, coulda, wouldas, and it never happens. And now is absolutely a time for us to step out on our faith. If not now, then when, huh? Okay. The first question that I asked is, how does Leo's P.O.I. sees themselves? And it's the third chakra. Bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. We have the Tower, well, Atlantis, rapid development, excellence, and success. We have honor the masculine. We have receptivity, we have passion and impatience, and we have the death. Just gonna read what the third chakra is, but I know it's a solar plexus, but I want to see what their interpretation it is that they said. Okay, emotions of desire, life force, energy. This is a great time to move toward the completion of your desires. Your life force is vibrating with power and resonance, and your soul is calling you to direct your energy in a focused, purposeful manner. This angel of power is with you right now, so go for it. Exactly as what the opening heart of the matter is telling you, that right now is a perfect time. But what you do is you have to bring the passion, the love into your situation. So this person right now has full power, and they can do this right now, like rapidly. But they have to honor the masculine energies, just as though the opening guidance was to say use the creative powers in order to bring the dreams into life. This person now is believing that, you know, you are to be respecting men, embracing the masculine divine. So if this is a male counterpart of yours, or the masculine in the relationship, it's telling them that, you know, they have to embrace the masculine divine within them so that they can absolutely use this power to create by bringing love into the situation. And they have to allow themselves to receive and allow yourself to give. So the balance between the masculine and the feminine has to be there, right? Because there's no way to create if there's not a balance between the masculine and feminine. Whatever is created will eventually degrade because it's not in balance. So seek the passion, but don't be impatient, because the power is so here for you, and it can develop so rapidly that your impatience will only harm you. And Anubis is here with the Ankh of Life, so it's telling you to put a death to anything that is standing in your way. So if the male is too misogynistic or chauvinistic, then he needs to draw that back and put an end to that. The next question that I asked is how the P.O.I views Leo. And it's the garden and the gate. It's time to give rather than to take. Enduring. Recovery. And the clover. Right? So right now, Leo, your P.O.I sees you as someone who pretty much has what you need, but you're structured and you're safe within your own personal garden. But there is a wide and expansive world outside of this gate. And yes, it might be scary. Yes, it might be unknown, but there's so much more out there if you're willing to just use the key that's around your neck, which would symbolize your voice, I believe. So unlock your throat chakra and get out of your comfort zone, right? And give of your passions to the world, because maybe you've been taking too much. You've been taking too much time to yourself, which if you need it, you need it. You know, P.O.I. I mean, Leo. But it's telling you, like, they're viewing you as someone who is just stuck in your own little bubble. And you're enduring whatever is going on in this relationship, and you're dealing with recovery, and through that, you're going to get some luck. But don't get stuck here in this garden. You know? Don't get stuck in the garden. Use the key to free yourself and expand. You know, bring your message out there to the world. The next message is how the P.O.I views the relationship, and it's door to romance. Take time to breathe out, decimating moon, and hold your vision, fixed moon. Guide, a guide mentor, a trustworthy ally, a quest, and the star. So how this person views this relationship is kind of it's kind of beautiful, because I mean, they're filled with passion here, and they have a door to romance. And even though the heart is locked in a cage, there is a key here, right? So all you'd have to do is just free yourself and walk through this door and unlock your heart. So they know that the possibility for romance is here in this relationship, but maybe something has happened and they're at a point where they need to just relax, you know? Because, I mean, I do believe in the Leo's reading, there was a part about rest and relaxation. So they need to relax, and they need to hold the vision of this being a very romantic relationship. And they see you guys as trustworthy allies, you know, a keeper of secrets, somebody who that they can trust and build with. And that they have a partner upon this quest. And it's leading them to healing and a lot of good things. Now, the next question that I asked is how the P.O.I is viewing, or what the P.O.I is expecting. And we have denial. And that's a reason why I say sometimes that you might be dealing with a Cancer, because Cancer had that for how they view themselves. We have new moon in Capricorn. Your hard work is paying off. A water flight lifts and sacrifice. We have despondence and flowers. Wow. Okay. So they are expecting to be denied And they're expecting, though, that even though they're being denied right now, that their hard work is paying off, because the sacrifices that they're making for this relationship is going to be worth it. Because soon the heaviness of whatever has happened is going to be lifted, and the burdens of whatever has transpired in this relationship will be cast away. And eventually your partner, not the P.O.I, you, Leo, will take action and realize that even though things might have transpired in this relationship that has caused heaviness and caused you to feel like you're sacrificing too much, realize that there's goodness still here. The flowers are like the promise of good things to come, and happiness and joy and all that good stuff, right? But right now they feel like they're being denied this, but they still are holding the hope of the good things to come. Now the outcome for your P.O.I is happy family in reverse, surrender to the divine, have faith in your dreams, the air, Selkie and her skin, prayer, and compass. Okay. So, happy family in reverse, I'm going to read that. And it says, when the happy family card is reversed, it indicates a separation or emotional distance from family members or close friends. This disconnect may be from your family of origin, such as your parents, siblings, or it may be that something is standing between you and your present family members, whether it be your children or your spouse. There could be some hostilities that need to be worked out, or perhaps some fences that need to be mended. Communication and patience may be called for, so let your intuition be your guide. Exactly. Okay, so as I was saying, regardless of what has transpired in this relationship, in order to turn this card upright, you guys are going to need to surrender to the divine and keep the faith in your dreams and go through this transformation. With the air card, it says breathe deep, entering into life, exchange of life-bringing energies. So remember, the P.O.I also had breathe, now is the time to breathe, right? So it's time to exchange. Like, it's time for you guys to come down and be naked with one another. You know, this is the reclaiming your authenticity. So if one person or both of you were being something other than what you were in order to please the person, it's time to no longer do that. It's time to be your authentic selves so you guys can truly move forward. And keep an air of prayer in your relationship to move away from something that is unproductive into something that is more abundantly fruitful, and know exactly where you guys are going. You know, now is the time to actually set the compass to the North Star. Like, it's time to find your North Star so that this family can be turned upright. But authenticity here is absolutely needed, and you guys have to be in balance with one another. And the only way to do that is to surrender to divine. You know, and also, as I say, have faith in your dreams. And I hear many people say, like, prayer is not necessary, but I believe prayer and meditation is necessary, because I believe prayer is how you speak to the divine, and the meditation is how you get your answers. So I thank you so much for coming to the Black-Hearted. Oh, no, sorry. My bad. Oh. Let's do your closing guidance. I'm about to make you leave without giving you closing guidance. Oh. Okay. The closing guidance. And this one is focused, number 34. It says, much of what you see in life is an agreement that something is in fact true. To develop power, focus on one aspect of your life. This could be your career, a sport, or some endeavor that you have a passion about. Become an expert. In the process of becoming an expert, you fine-tune your whole being. You collect the important parts of yourself, and you begin to live the life of a warrior. Rid yourself of attitudes that are not essential to your task. Collect the energy and focus your power on wondrous and magical acts. Let the shell of your consciousness rise out of the ocean of your subconscious mind. It's just a matter of focus. So exactly, like, do not get distracted. by the outside worlds and the things that you need, and then allow your dreams to slip away. Right? Now this one is 11, trust. It says, you are living your sacred truth. Your being is like a spirit lodge. Within this sacred place is the realization and the divine light of your creation. Live in your spirit lodge surrounded by peace and joy. Outside your lodge is the great wilderness where the rest of the world lives. But that wilderness can become a battleground stained by blood of ignorance and earthly pain. To have lasting power in the world, you must earn the trust of those around you. Most people live without trust and a sacred place within. Without a spirit lodge, and as such, they do not know how to enter the spirit lodge of others. Live within your sacred truth so that you may know peace and joy in the great wilderness and beyond. So just as your POI saw you as a person who was stuck in your own personal garden, now it's saying that you have found that spirit lodge, Leo, but it's time for you to step out of that so you can go into the world. You know, you don't have to be scared anymore to put yourself out there. But you do have to gather your power and your trust into who you truly are. Now, I thank you so much for coming to the Black Hearted Oracle. I pray these messages found you well. I hope that you find your higher self in the quiet places, and may Ma'at hold you in her loving grace. Ashe.